Hello again, everyone, and welcome to the Bible for Everyone. We have reached the last chapter of Matthew's Gospel. We've reached what for Matthew is the full climax of everything that he's been describing, of everything that he's been saying, of everything that he's been trying to show about who Jesus is and the difference that he made in Matthew's life, the difference that he can make in our lives today. We reach the resurrection. We reach that impossible seeming event, a dead man being alive again. We reach the story of the women coming to the tomb and the tomb being empty and them discovering that Jesus is alive and then being told to go and tell everyone else about it. And the excitement at the same time as the confusion and the uncertainty that they go with. How are they going to explain this to the disciples? Why are they the ones who are going to explain it to the disciples? What's going on with all of this? But overall, that knowledge that Jesus is alive. We'll read about the cover-up by the Romans and the Jewish people to try and stop the news, the story of what's happened being told, because they know the implications of it, just like we do. They don't want to believe it, but we can. And then we see the continuation of the story, even though we're in the last chapter of Matthew, the continuation of the story that says, this part of the story has ended. Jesus is gone. He was dead. He's alive. He's going to leave them again. But how they can continue the story, how they're the ones, how Jesus passes on to the disciples and to us the idea that they're going to be witnesses, that they're going to, as they go about their everyday lives, preach and show the gospel to everyone that they meet. Jesus says that to the disciples. And I think that today, Jesus says that to us, to you too. That you are the continuation of this story. He will fill you with his Holy Spirit so that you can do what he commanded the disciples to do, what he commands us to do. That as we're going into the world, we're to preach, we're to live the gospel in front of and to everyone that we meet. We get to continue this amazing story, even though we've reached the end of this part of the story in Matthew's Gospel. Let's live it. Let's do it. Let's be it today. Grace and peace, everyone.